Hello and welcome to Focus on Israel and the Palestinian Territories. My name is Paul Calvert. Today's reading is from Joshua chapter 3 and it's the New King James Version. Then Joshua rose up in the morning and they set out from Shittim and came to the Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they crossed over. So it was after 3 days that the officers went through the camp, and they commanded all the people, saying, When you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then you shall go out from your place and go after it. Yet there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure. Do not come near it, that you may know the way by which you must go, for you have not passed this way before. And Joshua said to the people, Sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. Then Joshua spoke to the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant, and cross over before the people. So they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. And the Lord said to Joshua, This day I will begin to magnify you in the sight of all Israel, that as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. You shall command the priests who bear the ark of the covenant, saying, When you have come to the edge of the waters of the Jordan, you shall stand in the Jordan. So Joshua said to the children of Israel, Come here, and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, By this you shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will, without fail, drive out before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth is crossing over before you into the Jordan. Now therefore take for yourselves 12 men from the tribes of Israel, 1 man from every tribe. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of your feet of the priests who bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of the Jordan, that the waters of the Jordan shall be cut off, the waters that come down from upstream, and they shall stand as a heap. So it was, when the people set out before their camp to cross over the Jordan with the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people. And as those who bore the ark came to the Jordan, and the feet of the priests who bore the ark dipped in the edge of the waters, for the Jordan overflows all its banks during the whole time of harvest, that the waters which came down from upstream stood still, and rose in a heap very far away at Adam, the city that is beside Zeratan. So the waters that went down into the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea, failed, and were cut off. And the people crossed over opposite Jericho. Then the priests who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all Israel crossed over on dry ground, until all the people had crossed completely over the Jordan. This event happened in the Bible on the 10th day of the Hebrew month of Nisan, and there is a celebration on that day remembering the crossing of the Jordan into the Promised Land. The celebration took place at Qasr al-Yahud baptismal site near Jericho, and I asked our tour guide about the location. I'm with Kudi here at the baptismal site of Jesus here near Jericho. How wide is this river here?
I'll give it 15 meters.
And where is the border?
The border is in the middle of the water body.
So
you can see it here. Okay, you see this like string.
Yes. So we're actually on Israel. So on the other side is
there's Jordan. You see the soldier over there. He's Jordanian.
Yeah.
And we have peace with Jordan, so there's no problems, and everything is good.
So literally, you could actually throw a stone over.
I won't, but I can. Yes.
Why is the river so dirty here? It's very, very brown.
The Jordan River, most of the sources of the Jordan River are taken today. In this area, 100 years ago, 150 years ago, there was less than 100,000 residents. Today, there's about 10 or 12 million. We drink the water, we use it for industry, agriculture. Most of the sources of the Jordan River are taken for the use of the country. And that's why it looks like that. There's not a lot left. And there's also floods that were here last week, and still a bit what's called in geology cocoa.
Yes. Now, this area was closed, and it's been opened. When was it opened, and why was it closed?
This area was closed till about 10 years ago, a bit more than 10 years ago. And it was closed because it was a border. We just crossed the fence of the security fence of the State of Israel. Not the border, but the security fence. The army did an effort, and the tourism ministry and whoever else is involved to open this site that we can come here and learn and baptize whoever wants. Yeah.
Was there landmines in this area?
There are landmines, and till not long ago, and they're cleaning them.
So that's all been cleaned now. It's all clean.
It's in the process. I'm not sure they finished, but we see them working.
Now tourists can come here. Can they come here and get baptized as well?
Yes, they do. We saw when we came here before. People just came out of the water.
What other significant things happened here from the Bible?
So we have the crossing of the sons of Israel in Jordan, the Jordan River to Jericho, capturing Jericho. We have the story of Elijah and Elisha, that they go across together the Jordan River, and Elisha comes alone because Elijah leaves us with a chariot of fire to heaven. And there's the baptizing of Jesus here with John the Baptist.
So this is a very important place, significant place for both Christians and Jews.
Yes, many places are similar.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Uzi Dayan is one of the organizers of the commemoration ceremony marking the crossing. I got the chance to speak to him at that event. I'm with Uzi Dayan, and we're here at the baptismal site, just outside of Jericho. What event are you going to be taking place here today?
Well, it's an important day today. This is the exact date in the Bible that Joshua crossed the Jordan River with all the Israeli people. You know that the Israeli people as a nation went out from the slavery in Egypt, built himself as a nation in the desert, received the Torah, and only finally arrived to the homeland in Israel. And the exact place that it was done, the crossing of the Jordan River on their way to take over of the land of Israel, was here. So we kind of celebrating here. It's important because it took place 3,000 years ago. It's also important because this is about time that Israel will decide about this eastern border. It already was done in the Golan, and there is the approval of the United States of America and the others. There is a border with Egypt that was decided upon in an agreement with Egypt. There is the northern part in Lebanon, the northern border. There is a border with Jordan in the Arava from Eilat in the southern part of Israel. And now it's time to decide about this border, and what we are doing here, it's also kind of saying this is our border, not only the defensible border, but the border of the state in Israel for eternity.
So is this the actual day that they would have crossed over into Israel?
Yeah, this is the exact place where Joshua crossed the border with about 60,000 Israelis. They were called Hebrew those days. And yeah, it was here in this place. It's mentioned about 20 times in the Bible with the exact data and details in front of Jericho. And this is the place and this is the date. Which means we know that it was exactly in Yod Nisan, which is 4 days before Passover. So it's a kind of a, exceptionally important date in Israel.
Is this the first time you've done a celebration here? And what are you going to be doing to celebrate?
No, we started it about 3 years ago, but there was only a bunch of people here. Last year there was already 14 buses. This year we're about 1,000, and we hope it will become more and more official. By the way, for example, the Christians celebrate here the Epiphania in January every year, and we think that there is time that the Jews will celebrate here this exact date. There is also a question of the name of the place. It's called today Qasr El Yahud, which is in Arabic the Palace of the Jews. But there is no Hebrew name officially to this place. Yeah. There is a Christian name, there is an Arab name to it, and what we decided to take the basic name from the Bible, the original name from the Bible, and call it Ma'abrot HaYarden. I know it's not very easy to pronounce it to everybody, but this is basically or originally the name of the place, Ma'abrot HaYarden.
What's it like for you personally being here today and celebrating something that's biblical history?
Well, I'm pretty satisfied about it, especially to see all the people here and to see that we are going stronger and stronger, and to know that today most of the Israelis will tell you that this is our eastern border. There is also satisfaction because it's good for everybody. In the last year, 750,000 people visited here, most of them Christians. And I think that the more this place will be developed, it will be a win-win-win situation for everybody.
And I understand as well you're joining the Knesset.
Yeah, but this wasn't planned. It has nothing to do with this event. At the same time, I think that being in the Israeli parliament, it will help me to push forward this event and this place, to develop this place even better and faster.
Okay, Uzi, thank you very much. It is also believed to be the place where Elijah struck the water of the Jordan and it parted. Elisha asked for a double portion of Elijah's spirit, and when Elijah was taken into heaven, 2 Kings 2 verse 14, then he took the mantle of Elijah that had fallen from him and struck the water and said, "Where is the Lord God of Elijah?" And when he also had struck the water, it was divided this way and that, and Elisha crossed over. So we have three traditional biblical events taking place here at Casa al-Yehud. The crossing of the children of Israel into the promised land, the story of Elijah and Elisha, and the place where Jesus was baptized by John. If you'd like to know more about our show, you can join us on Facebook. Just look for Focus on Israel-Radio. Ezekiel 37 verse 4-6 says this, "Again he said to me, prophesy to these bones, and say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord God of these bones, surely I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. I will put sinners on you and bring flesh upon you, cover you with skin and put breath in you, and you shall live. Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and the Jews will receive the real shalom peace."